Guys, welcome to the video, and today I'm doing a lineup review, and I'm going to just break down my lineup against the lineup that finished in first place. So I'm DJ Dog 3K, the lineup with Metcalf, and the winner is Apkana with Greg Olsen in the champion spot. So in my last video, I talked about how correlation is very, very, very important. And this is a good way to illustrate how, in these showdown slates with only two teams, how bad correlation on my side can tank your lineup, and how great correlation in his lineup can help propel your lineup forward. Typically, I'm pretty good at fantasy football, but we all have off nights, and the best way to learn from your off nights is to review your lineup, see what you did, see where you can make changes. And I also don't want to throw tips out there without showing, I guess, proof or the tip in action. So last week I said correlation is key, and this is a pure example of this. So I tried to correlate Russell Wilson with Lockett, Disley, and Metcalf. I thought that a touchdown would go to one of these three guys, and of course, a touchdown pass to Devontae Adams. None of that happened. So I got no points for any touchdowns. And touchdowns in a in a showdown slate where there's only two teams is uber important. So I missed out on all the touchdowns. This guy got both the touchdown from Greg Olsen and the touchdown from Aaron Jones. So he got the touchdown scored on both teams, which is very, 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 very lucky. But what I really want to do is talk about how he correlated both kickers into his lineup. 2.65 multiplier and the 2.55 multiplier, I really wasn't keen in on rostering the kickers. There is certain spots where you want to roster a kicker or two in these showdown slates, and this is one of them. So if you're going with a low kickers, they correlate well with a low projected team total. So both teams only scoring one touchdown boded very, very, very well for this player in this particular lineup, because he got 2 field goals and the extra point. He got 1 field goal for 49, 1 field goal for 39, and 1 extra point. So correlating kickers is good in two ways. If you get a low total game and they're going to be kicking a lot of field goals and making a lot of field goals, then that is a great correlation, because you're correlating the low score, low touchdown total with the kicker, which also gives them a boost. But you can also correlate the kicker with the team that scores a high touchdown total. So if you see you get 1 extra point, a point for 1 extra point. If you think that the team is going to score maybe 4 or 5 touchdowns, then you get 5 points or an extra 10. So that's another way you can use the kicker in a spot. But again, I really like how he projected the low scoring game and put in both kickers, because both kickers had breakout games in this scenario. It was a great correlation between his game theory and his play. So if your game theory says it's going to be a low scoring game on both sides, rostering the kicker can give you a huge boost. Both of the kickers outscored Russell Wilson here, and I thought Russell Wilson was going to be the reason this game was going to be high scoring. So you could see that my lineup was negatively correlated, didn't get any of the touchdown bonuses. I correlated this game wrong. This guy correlated the game correctly, and it gave him a huge boost. So understanding game theory, writing if-then statements. If this is so, okay, if he says, like, if this is a low-scoring game, which he probably did if you say or think if he's rostering both kickers, if this is going to be a low-scoring game, then I'm going to put in the kickers, which seems like was his mindset in this lineup, in this build. And it was just super well done, super well thought out. The correlation was there. He got both touchdowns, which is both lucky and kind of smart at the same time. But this is just an example of how correlation can win you a tournament, like it did for Apanka, and how it could lose one for me. So when I say correlation is key in these showdown slates, here's a perfect example, and I'll see you on the next one.